La da di la da do la da di la da do la 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 li la la lo. What? The High Roller League. It's back. This is what you should know about it. There are 6 main things you should know about the High Roller League, people. Number 1. High Roller Leagues are league events, not cups. Whereas cup events mean that you're kicked out if you lose and your reward will be given, league events, including the High Roller League, still give you the chance to play and go for a higher reward if you lose. The rewards should be like this. At least that's what the rewards were in the last High Roller League we had. The High Roller League will probably cost around 180,000 bucks or more. For some, that's a massive amount of bucks, I get it. So you should really carefully calculate how many tries you're willing to go for before the event even arrives. If you attempt it at all, I'll help you guys figure out whether the event is worth playing depending on your bucks at the end of the video. Although the High Roller League is currently said to be available only to Arena 4 to 11 players, this should change to accommodate Infinity Arena players too. At least that's what happened in the last High Roller League we had, so I wouldn't be worried too much about that. But in the off chance that FTG keeps this level bracket as it is, the season will end just around the time the High Roller League arrives. So wait until your stars get reset and then lose games accordingly, because for anyone who doesn't know, when the season ends your stars get reverted back to, a low amount proportional to the number of stars you had gotten throughout that season. The High Roller League will be absolutely full of volleyballers. The number of volleyballers has only increased over the years, and I'm sure that this High Roller League will be the absolute pinnacle of volleyball in score matches recent history. My point here is that you should prepare accordingly. Recruit friend hammers if you have to and throw them at the back of your defense, mostly in a left or right back position if you're playing a 4-man defense. And if you're wondering whether winning such a difficult event is possible without volleyball, I'm here to tell you that it is possible. Check out some of my High Roller League videos in the description below, but that's obviously not to say that other players didn't do it too without volleyball. So if you're a good player who really knows how to play the game, you won't be needing volleyball to win it. The first day of the event will be absolutely insane. There will be many people trying to get the High Roller League done before anyone else, for some odd reason, I might add. And this kind of mentality will bring out the biggest volleyballers and tryhards out there. To be honest, it doesn't matter if you win the High Roller League on the first day or the last, as long as you win it, right? So take your time, allow a day or two before trying your luck with the High Roller League, if you can afford to, of course. Some people might have to play it on the first day due to their life commitments, which I obviously understand. But if you can, leave a few days until after the event begins. If you really want to play an event on the first day, go for the cup. Nobody's talking about the cup event, but the reward will be pretty good, with Johnson, the judge, and quite a few bucks and cards to go around as well. Entering a High Roller League with level 8 players or under isn't very wise. I get it, guys. Those shiny 20,000 cards might be tempting you to try your hand regardless of the 180,000 bucks or so it will take per attempt, but it's just not worth it. I wasted millions and millions of bucks back in the day when my players were level 7 and 8 in High Roller Leagues, and this set me back big time since I then didn't have enough bucks to upgrade some of my key players. If your players are level 8 and you still want to try your luck, have at it, brother. I wish everyone the best of luck, of course. Now, let's figure out if you should be playing the High Roller League depending on the number of bucks you currently have. If you have around 500,000 bucks or less, I say that one attempt in the High Roller League wouldn't be a bad idea. At this point your players are probably level 8 or 9, so getting a ton of cards might not be a bad idea. What is a bad idea though is spending all of your bucks, since this means stalling your players' progress for a very long time. Remember that bucks are very hard to come by, especially nowadays. But In your case, you need them as soon as possible because your players are only level 8 or 9. If you still have many players at level 8 or 9 yet to be upgraded, I'd, think twice about wasting or at least spending my bucks all at one go. The chances of winning many cards with level 8 or 9 players in such a competitive high roller league is slim anyway. Sure, I'd go for a few attempts if I had between 1 to 2 million bucks. By that point, all your players are most likely level 10 and you're grinding bucks and cards to try to get them to 11. But at this point, your players are nowhere near reaching level 11, so bagging a bunch of cards would be great. You can gain the bucks later on, but it's better to have potentially max players that just need enough bucks to upgrade than having everyone still closer to level 10 than 11. We have no idea when or if we'll even get another high roller league, so I try to go for it if I could. This is where things start to get a bit funny. I'm in this boat with 7 million bucks at the moment, but I have to really consider this well. At this point, you most likely are waiting for players to reach level 11 and upgrade them once they get there. You're pretty close to that right now, especially with some of your players. Your bucks also aren't really being used now and they're just growing slowly while you grind packages. So in this case, spending all your attempts on the high roller league wouldn't be a bad idea. But that's only if you don't have too many important players close to 11. For context, spending all 5 attempts on this high roller league will cost 900,000 bucks, so almost a million bucks here. It would be a setback, sure, but the problem now is making that final leap in cards to reach level 11. We can all grind for bucks later on. Now, if you have this many bucks, you've either probably spent a good chunk of money on score match, or you're a veteran player who used to gain a ridiculous amount of bucks back when the game first launched. Either way, respect to you. Your players are probably already max, almost all of them I'm sure. You might need some cards for the newer players like Simon, Lee and the others, so trying all your high roller league attempts is kind of obvious at this point. Either way, you don't need the bucks, and you'll still get most of your bucks back if you win gold and have your cards wasted on already level 11 players anyway. Guys, this has been all from my end. Please let me know if you have any other questions when it comes to the high roller league, if you need any tactics, any kind of, suggestions, advice or ideas when it comes to formations. I'll be happy to have a chat with you in the comments below. So like the video, subscribe if you haven't, consider becoming a member because our members watch this video a whole day in advance. Take care people and thank you very much again for watching. See ya.